When learning a new language, there are certain words that you only need to hear once or twice in order to learn them, like narratio in Latin. When you find out that this means narration, it is almost guaranteed that you won't forget this word. And other words like it are used so frequently and in such an obvious way that it's almost impossible not to find out that this means and. But the method I want to speak about isn't intended for words like these because we don't really need help to learn these words. For the words that just don't seem to stick in our brains, there's a helpful tool we can use called a memory hook, which is a way of tying our emotions to what we want to remember in order to make stronger connections in the brain. Because when we simply try to memorize a word and its translation, we are only making one connection in the brain. And it's hard to convince the brain that this is important information to remember, especially long term. But when we connect words with images and emotions, we can deceive our brains into thinking this is valuable information that should be encoded in our long-term memories. The easiest way to do this is to create an image that somehow embodies the new vocabulary word that you wish to remember in an obvious way, and ties it together with its meaning. The more ridiculous, the better, because using something extraordinary is a way of tricking your brain into remembering. As an example, let's use the word tandem in Latin. The memory hook I use to remember the meaning of this word is picturing a ridiculously long tandem bike like these, and as it passes by thinking, "At last," or "Finally I see the other person." Or even better, think, "Tandem advenit." Finally, he or she arrived. Once you have pictured that vividly and ridiculously enough, you will find it really hard to shake that image. And if it's a good hook, the meaning also. The key is to make your memory hooks as wild and crazy as possible in order to make your brain think that they are something novel and memorable. And then over time, you will no longer need this assistance because the words will be in your long-term memory. Let me know in the comments below if you think this method is helpful. See you next time.